Danielle Vasinova is an American actress and Czech descent, best known for her colorful action-adventure roles. She has worked on several films, including the action thriller Darkness of Man, Red Dead, Among Us, and Shinjuku. She recently appeared in the cover of Vogue Mexico, and she won the award Woman of the Year by Glamour Bulgaria on 2022. In dialogue with Íntimamente, she told us the following. Tell us about your beginnings. How do you decide to become a model and an actress?
I never really sought out this career, to be honest. I actually I wanted to be a weather girl initially. I would come home from school and listen to the Weather Channel for like hours upon hours every day after school. And then I'm an equestrian. I've been riding horses since I was about yay high, and they wanted to groom me to be a professional jockey, to be like the Danica Patrick of horse racing. But, you know, with that career, it's not if you're going to get hurt, it's when, right? And there's a lot of pressure to make weight. You've got to be, you know, a $110, so you're a $120 with attack, and it's just a lot of pressure. So long story short, I was in Mrs. Chance's English class in 11th grade, and I was always very, very shy. And
really?
So we were... Yeah. I hate public speaking. I hate just very shy.
You change a lot, eh? As we can see in some different movies.
Anyway, we were reading out of Midsummer Night's Dream, and I was playing Helena, and somehow I kind of started to come out of my shell a little bit, and then I had a friend of mine wanting to go out for the cheerleading squad, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. That's not for me. She's like, come on, let's go, Danny, let's go. And so I went, and that sort of helped me to come out of my shell a little bit. And then we were doing a cheerleading competition for the MDA, which is the Muscular Dystrophy Association, at a local mall. And so we did that, and a scout from Elite Models came up to me from New York, and she asked me to come down and meet the rest of the team, and they wanted to sign me. So that began my career in New York City. I grew up in Connecticut on a farm, and then I would be back and forth to New York City for work. So
that's a very curious history, because, as you say, maybe at the beginning or when you were younger, you never mind that make these two professions. But if you have to choose one, not be actress or model, what will you choose, and for what reason?
You know, I love them both, because I think you get to create a character in no matter which field it is, but I definitely love the collaborative process of film and television, because I like to work with the director, I like to work with the other actors, and I like to have that kind of more immersive experience, I would say.
Well, I will make you choose a lot of things today, but talking about that, you appear in a lot of films. We can name some of them, like Among Us, Shinjuku, Red Dead, Darkness of Man. If you have to choose one movie or one role you played, what will for what reason?
I don't know. I mean, you know, I think the best is yet to come, right? I would love to be.
That's a good thinking.
I would love to.
A positive thinking.
I would love to be in a Bond movie. There's so many, you know, things that I would like to create. I really enjoyed playing the role of Belle that I got to play, because she was like a sharpshooting Annie Oakley type of character, sort of like a Wonder Woman of the West, and that was very exciting. Because I really identified with that character, and I liked all the physical components as well. But truly, I definitely think the best is yet to come.
That is really, I repeat, a good thinking. Well, you say one of the questions that I think when we think this interview, what are your next projects on the cinema? If you can reveal one or two.
Sure, yeah. I did a new project called Darkness of Man with Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's a neo-noir, and I play Sandra Whitaker in the film. And then I have another one. It's called Honor. We don't know who the lead is going to be. It's going to be announced shortly, so I can't say too much about that one. But we're going to be shooting up in Canada, so I'm very excited about that.
Okay, well, that are good news. Well, we remember that on 2022 you won the award Woman of the Year, no, by Glamour Bulgaria, returning a little bit to your other occupation. What did this mean in your career?
I mean, that was a milestone for me, and it was such a tremendous honor, and I was just surrounded by, so many talented women, and I just think it's so important for us all to support each other and lift each other up. Sometimes there can be people that want to, nitpick or bring you down or what have you, and I think it's important to support each other, and so to be there with that tremendously talented group of women was very special.
And in that ceremony, you remember your grandma, no? That you named in different times. She was also an actress and was singer, no, in Prague, because you have Czech origin, so you feel also really close, no, to your family. I will separate into this question. For first, how much your grandma influenced you in your career, and if you feel a dedication on that moment that you win the award. You remember her because it was like a connection in the moment, no?
100%. My grandmother passed when I was very young. I was only about 10 years old, but I feel like there's a piece of her soul in me. The rest of my family is into aviation and is much more, on the technical side of things. And so she was really the only artist. She was an actress and a singer and a dancer from Prague, and I feel like she left when she was very young with nothing more than a suitcase and got bopped around to a bunch of DP camps, like the displaced persons camps. And they got a sponsor, actually, when they were in Germany, and came to the United States. And from there, she went from, acting and singing and dancing, her passion, her love, to scrubbing toilets because she couldn't speak the language and had no money. And so I feel like maybe there's a piece of her still left in me. And so that's why I wanted to dedicate that award to her.
She was a very strong woman, and they left you a very good example, no? For all the life, so really are very good words. Changing a little
bit. Yeah, she is my inspiration.
It's so cute. Changing a little bit and returning to your career as model, you was on the cover of Vogue Mexico last December and January. How about that experience? Do you plan new collaborations with them in the future?
I love Vogue. Vogue to me is the ultimate. And it was just such a tremendous honor to be part of that project. Everything was a little bit crazy. It kind of got left to last minute, and then all of a sudden I found myself on a plane to Bacalar, Mexico. And the team was fantastic, and once we were there, everything went smoothly, and yeah, I would love to work with them again.
Sure. And well, talking about your different appearance in famous videos, you also starred a music video for Ballets in the Gun by the recently deceased Toby Keith. What anecdotes or memories do you have from that shoot?
Yeah, I know. He was such a tremendous talented artist, and his, his songs, his words will live on forever. He's such a legend. We did that up in Lancaster and Palmdale, and it was a long video, actually. A lot of music videos are shot, within one day, and this one took us 3 days. And so it was sort of a modern day Bonnie and Clyde, and we had a few mishaps, like there was one scene when I was on the back of the bike, and I was supposed to be kind of shooting off the back, but props forgot the guns, and so I was just like using my fingers to go pew 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 pew. And then in the last scene, if you notice, I had these like blue feathers on, and they lost, somehow one of the feathered earrings got lost. So in the last scene, or last shot of the video, you'll see I actually only have one earring on. But it was a great video, and it was one of the most fun videos I've ever made in my life. I will never forget that one. Very special.
That's a very special story, and well, you have the honor to be in that. Remember, we will close with some top 5. I like to finish asking top 5 of different topics, all relations to cinema in this case. But first of all, for you, if you have to make a top 5, your 5 favorite actresses. Actresses.
Oh gosh, how do I narrow it down to 5, right? There are so many. I love Marion Cotillard. I love her. I met her at the Vanity Fair party a couple years back, and she's so talented and so driven, and she's very special. So Marion Cotillard. I love Penelope Cruz. I love Scarlett Johansson. I love watching her in all the Woody Allen films. Angelina Jolie, of course, because she's just, sure. I mean, why not? She's amazing. I could go on and on. Halle Berry. Yeah, those are my icons.
Perfect. Do you meet personally some of them?
Some of them, yeah. I haven't met all of them, but I have gotten a chance to meet some of them, which is very cool.
Perfect. And if you have to choose a top 5 of favorite director films?
These are good questions. It's very tricky. I've loved Steven Spielberg since I was a little kid. I love big action adventure tentpole movies that just transport you into another world. Tarantino is one of my all-time faves. I love Tarantino. I have wanted to work with him.
I love him too.
Forever, and I still, it still escapes me. So
he's
hopefully
the one.
One day he's the one I would love to work with. Yeah. Gosh, Woody Allen. I love Darren Aronofsky. Even I love Clint Eastwood and Sergio Leone. God, I don't even know.
They are all historic people, no?
Yeah, yes.
Really yes. Are the reference of practically all. They are really good. And to this top 5, this is more difficult. Top 5 favorite movies.
Growing up, I'm a horse girl, so growing up as a kid, I loved the Black Stallion Coppola film. It just says so much with so little. I love The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I love The Godfather, Fight Club. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'll throw The Notebook in there. Yeah, the list goes on and on. I don't even know how many I named.
It's a difficult list because you normally we saw a lot of films, in our life, but like 3 or 4 are always preferred for the rest. To finish.
Yeah, La Vie en Rose, Y Tu Mama Tambien. I mean, I don't know. There's so many.
There are a lot. And to finish this talk, what would you say to the little Danielle?
I would say dream big, surround yourself with good people, people who are better than you are, people who inspire you, and
Sure.
and when you're going through the fire, keep going, because you're going to come out the other side even better than you were before.
They are really very good concepts. Well, thank you very much for your time. It was really an honor to talk with you.
Thank you so much.
We hope have another talk in the future. So
Absolutely. Any friend of Sylvia is a friend of mine.
thank you.